Today I will be describing Hebbian learning, discussing how Hebbian learning relates to the neuroscience of language, to what we know about language learning and language processing. Hebbian learning is a neuroscientific principle that posits synaptic connections between neurons strengthen when neurons are activated simultaneously. Coined by Donald Hebb in 1949, the famous phrase, "cells that fire together, wire together." That is the form of synaptic plasticity and a fundamental mechanism underlying learning and memory in the brain. This suggests that repeated co-activation of neurons leads to the reinforcement of their connections. When looking at the relation and how Hebbian learning relates to the neuroscience of language, Hebbian learning provides insights into how neural circuits involved in language processing may develop and adapt. As individuals engage in language-related activities such as listening, speaking, and reading, the simultaneous activation of specific neural pathways strengthens the connections between neurons associated with language functions. This synaptic strengthening is crucial for the efficient processing and storage of linguistic information in the brain. Hebbian learning relates to what we know about language learning in the sense that it aligns with our understanding of language, particularly in the early stages of acquisition. Children exposed to language input repeatedly associate sounds with meaning, reinforcing synaptic connections in the brain. The process of learning vocabulary, syntax, and phonological patterns involves the strengthening of neural pathways through Hebbian mechanics. Over time, reinforced connections contribute to language proficiency and fluency. When looking at how Hebbian learning relates to language processing, it plays a crucial role in how individuals comprehend and produce language. As people encounter words, phrases, and synaptic structures frequently, the associated neural circuits undergo synaptic strengthening, optimizing the processing of familiar linguistic elements. Hebbian plasticity may contribute to the ability to discern subtle phonemic differences in one native language, emphasizing the importance of repeated exposure in redefining language processing skills. To conclude, Hebbian learning provides foundational framework for understanding how neural circuits associated with language development adapt and optimize in response to linguistic experiences. It contributes to our comprehension of language learning and early development and continues to shape language processing throughout our whole life.